Well, staying with financial news, there's a bit of good news today. Stocks closed today with solid gains after shaking off a rocky start. Here's a look at the closing numbers. The Dow went up 188 points, closing at a little more than 20,000. The Nasdaq went up 161 and the S&P 500 went up 11 points. As we know, fears over the coronavirus have caused stocks to tumble over the last week. We already see how coronavirus is shutting down business and industry. That also has a huge financial impact on our state and local governments. Eyewitness investigator David Hammer takes a look at how governments are bracing for major losses.
City of New Orleans Chief Financial Officer Norman White is bracing for major losses in sales taxes because of the coronavirus.
We generally pick up about 20 to 25 million a month on sales tax. For the city, that will drastically decrease.
At the same time, Mayor LaToya Cantrell is trying to help businesses with a sales tax amnesty program.
We're going to extend the amount of time someone would take to make the payments of sales tax 60 days.
State Senator Cameron Henry of Metairie is also bracing for major revenue losses as he and other legislators work on the state budget.
It's going to be rough as it relates to sales tax for a while now.
Add to that, a fight between Russia and OPEC has dropped the price of oil from almost $60 to barely $20 a barrel in just a month.
You're talking, $300 to $500 million possibly that we would have to reduce from next year, from the budget we're working on now.
Which will only get worse if oil and gas layoffs follow.
But when oil is $20 and your break even is $35, that's a tough scenario.
The Louisiana Oil and Gas Association's Gifford Briggs fears the worst.
And for Louisiana, it's going to be the same challenges that every state faces with their businesses, but we're also going to have this huge challenge of our biggest industry and one of the biggest contributors to our state budget just being decimated.
Henry just hopes some careful budgeting will help avoid layoffs and furloughs for state employees. David Hammer, Eyewitness News.